Here I've got, well, there's 1, 2, 3. I've got equal parts of a soy sauce. I'm using a dark soy sauce, cold water, and a vinegar. I'm actually using this vinegar, which is a cane vinegar, but you can use anything you like. Sliced onions. Now I've got a little bit of dried chili, which I like to add, and some fresh chili there. That's a really hot one, that one, but yeah, I like that combo, dried and fresh. Bay leaves, completely essential for this. And again, I'm using 2 types of pepper. I like a little bit of white peppercorn or black peppercorns, and some crushed black pepper there. Here I've got a couple of teaspoons of chopped garlic. This is pretty simple. We might add a few more bits as we go along, but that's about it. Let's go and do it. Okay, let's get moving. We've got our pan, it's dry, and it's on kind of fairly low. We're going to start off by putting in all our chicken parts. As I said, I've got some different cuts here. Now, you may have noticed there's no oil in that pan, just the chicken. We're now going to add our sliced onions in. We're going to go in with our soy and our vinegar. In that goes. We're now going to put in our garlic, chopped garlic. Some people just put in sliced. Now, for our black pepper, like I say, I'm using 2 types of black pepper today. That crushed and the whole white peppercorns, or you could use black peppercorns. Then I'm going to go in with my little bit of dried red chili and my hot, fresh red. I mean, you can just use green if you wanted. And, of course, bay leaf. And don't be shy with your bay leaf. Now what we're going to do is add that water, which is like an equal part of water. This is pretty much done. So what we need to do now is bring this to the boil. So I'm going to turn the heat up. Lid goes on. Once that reaches boiling point, we're then going to stir it. We're not going to stir it until it boils first. I'll be back then. Okay, let's jump inside now. This has reached boiling point. There's some steam out there. Now let's give it a little stir. And simply, we're going to put the lid back on. We're going to cook this. It's going to be like sort of 40 minutes on a simmer. 30 to 40 minutes, depending on the cuts of chicken you've got. So down goes the heat, on goes the lid. I'll be back in 30 or 40. Give it a little stir every now and then. Okay, let's jump in and take a look. Let me let a lot of this steam out of here. There's lots of it. That's been going about 30 minutes. I'm really happy with that. Now what I like to do is I like to leave the lid off and then cook this down for another 10 minutes or so, just so it reduces a little bit, just so we'll steam off some of that liquid. Not all of it, of course, but just a little bit. Now some people would add boiled eggs to this. Some people would add potatoes. Some people now would take the chicken out, fry it in oil and then put it back in. And some people, like I said at the beginning, will marinate the chicken in soy sauce and garlic for 2 to 3 hours and then fry it in some oil and then proceed. This is a nice, quick, easy version. Lots and lots of ways of making this, of course. So I'll be back in about 10 minutes. I'm just going to raise the heat just a little bit, just so we can reduce that down, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so as you can see, this is raging away and doing its thing. At this point, I'm going to add now a touch of salt to taste. And don't forget your soy sauce is very salty. I'm now going to add a little touch of oil. This is just a sunflower oil. It just gives it a nice little glaze. And now I've got some white sugar. Just going to get some of that in there. A couple of nice, healthy pinches of that. And again, that will kind of balance out the tartness of the vinegar. So again, I'm just going to let this go for another 2 to 3 minutes on this really high heat. Then we're pretty much done. Okay, off goes the heat. And there we go. There's our simple version of chicken adobo. Tastes great. I mean, I really love this. Real sort of classic. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.